Welcome back to Dirty Hands, guys. It's been a while since I posted a video. Right now, I'm out here in the desert to Lake Owens. They've essentially drained it in a matter of about less than a month. Things had water in it for 2 years. And I mean, I drove through here not even a few weeks ago, and it still had a similar level that it's had. It looked like it was a little bit lower at that time, but I cannot believe how fast they took all the water out of it. So check this out. So here's Owens Lake, and I find it very interesting that this thing had water in it for 2 years. 2 years straight. As far as the eye could see, that was water. And in less than a month, they've stolen all the water. The LA Department of Power and Water has basically stolen all the water out of this. They drained this thing so fast. I'm serious, like less than a month. They drained the whole thing. That was water out there 2 to 3 weeks ago. That was water out there as far as the eye could see, and now it's pretty much dry. They've sucked it dry, and they sucked it dry fast. I'm talking less than a month. That thing's empty now. There's a little bit over here. That's just a little residue. That's all the whatever was on the bottom. It's all red. But literally 2 weeks ago, that was full of water. And they basically stole it all. The LA Department of Power and Water. They steal all the water in this whole valley. Well, it's a pleasant 78 degrees in Bakersfield today. And we're gonna head out to the ranch. Haven't been out there in quite some time. It's been a busy summer up in Mammoth, so we've been kind of stuck up there, which is not a bad problem to have. I got a chance to get away and get back to Bakersfield for a few days, so we're gonna go out there. We got to look at some equipment that we have out there. I want to get it reposted for sale. I had it for sale a while back. Had quite a few calls on a lot of the different items that I have out there. Just being stuck away all summer. Now's a good chance to re-up on the ads and everything and get them all posted again and see if we can't get rid of some of our excess. So let's get out there. The old track still cut in pretty good. Got to get a clutch put in my tractor so I can get back out here. As soon as we get some moisture, I'm gonna keep working on it. It's a really nice outdoor track. Good size. I think it's, for somebody that's pretty fast, it's right around 2-minute lap times. Takes me a little longer to get around it, but got my water tank back there, my other one over here. eventually I'll get some a way to water this thing when we want to come out and ride. Maybe, you know, when we don't have to wait for the rain to ride on it. But talked to a few people. Probably start doing some training out here, letting some guys train for motocross. We love motocross, even though it's dangerous. It's just something I grew up doing, and always wanted to have a track like this. So when I got the property, that was one of the first things I had to do, was put the track in. Okay, guys. They haven't been out here for a while, so they're gonna want to. First thing Bud wants to do is go snoop around. You gotta go check. So this 415 here, we got an offer. Somebody wants to buy this, and I don't use it enough, even though this thing's like, it's only got like 500 hours on it, but I've had it since 2017, and I just don't use it enough every year to doesn't make sense to have a $60,000 tractor sit. So I think we might end up making a deal on this thing and getting it out of here. And can always pick these up, even for as much as I use one. I don't need a brand new one. I can get a cheaper used one, and it'd make a lot more sense. So I think we're gonna have to let this one go. All right, we snapped a bunch of pictures, keeping the old red flatbed. That's a good ranch truck. Kind of on the fence about getting rid of that dump trailer too, because it's perfect behind the little New Holland tractor over there. And you can haul quite a bit, and it's not bad. Probably get 2 full buckets out of the excavator in it. And we got that little water buffalo there, and then that's a sandblaster. Pretty sure that one had a head gasket issue, because I noticed all this rust right here on top coming out of the exhaust. So we got to get a good battery on it, and fire it over and see if it sounds warped. But it needs a lot of work. But it's actually a mobile sandblasting unit, which is super cool for a lot of different things when you're working with steel. This old truck here is a 7.3 with that nice bed. I've got a motor for it, just haven't got around to putting it in. The 290, we're not selling that, but I am gonna go ahead and let the old John Deere go. So I've got a whole mess of stuff I got to get out of here. This whole yard right here has to get cleared. I've got a 4,000 square foot metal building laying on the ground on another site, and it's going to come down here, and we're going to be installing a 4,000 foot building right here. So that's kind of the rush to declutter. Still got plans for this old girl. I'm not gonna give up on it. 4-wheel drive, rural fire truck. Everything is solid on this thing. This thing's only got like 45,000 miles on it, and it's got full locking ability to lock up everything on the diffs and all that. F700, I think, or F7. This is a 53, I believe, or somebody might know better than me, but that is going to be a really cool truck when I get the time and money to restore it. I got an 8-liter Chevy engine there that goes with that other truck over there. That truck runs, but I got a spare motor with the Allison transmission for it. You got these old, I got this generator here. This is going. These old scissor lifts, they're going. The spring tooth here, it's probably gonna go too. It's a nice arena spring tooth. These bobtail trucks here, I got 2 of them. They're going for cheap. That one's got a Detroit diesel. That one's got a Cat 3208. They both run. They're not really roadworthy, but they run. This thing here, this runs too. A National 200 series crane. Stuff's just been sitting for way too long, and got to get out from under it. So the John Deere, we're gonna go ahead and let her go. Probably gonna let that go for about 25 grand. So I think that's a pretty good deal for one that size. And this thing runs great. 690 ELC. That's a dump truck that caught on fire. Not too bad. It had a blow by through the air cleaner. Caught the engine on fire, burned up all the hoses on top. The thing, I know somebody puts the hoses back together, it'll run, but the dump bed is amazing on that thing. You can fill that thing all the way to the top, and it'll dump. It's got a big ram. All these old work trucks. That's a driver. Actually, the one next to it with the rack needs a transmission. That's a driver. So, got these old antique Chevys here. This Chevy and a Ford, actually. It's like a 40s, like a 46, I think, on the Chevy, and a 30 something on the Ford. And then I have that old box van chassis. When I really had a lot of hopes and dreams, I was going to put one of these cabs on that chassis and do a full build. But times have changed, and I'm just too busy, and I'm more into real estate now. So all these projects 10 years ago that I had all these hopes and dreams for have kind of laid to waste. So I got to pass them on to somebody else. This old antique sheep's trailer is actually really cool. We still use it for storage, but probably end up having to get rid of that too. And then here's the one. I'm probably not going to sell this one because it's just such a fun truck. I mean, look at that thing. 4-speed, big block. I think this one's a 57 or it's either a 56 or a 57 Ford. 4-wheel drive. It's got a newer, like a 70s chassis under it. I would love to, if I was going to do one, this one and the rural fire truck would be the 2 projects that I'll keep. The rest of all this has to go. I need all this space for my building. So, got to get it gone. The old Willys is another project that somebody needs to take on. Probably not going to be me. But there you have it. The Hoarders Collection out at Oilfield Ranch.